Hey, 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 it's your girl Lisa Dene, and we are live. It's our last broadcast of the year. So we are bringing back the midweek girl talk. And because we want to say some stuff to y'all before the holidays and before the new year starts. So I'm here with the one and only Lisa, the boss lady.
Good evening. It's Lisa the Boss Lady. Boston.
I know that's right. And I mean, we got some stuff to talk about. So, boss lady, so how is it going? Are you looking forward to the holidays? What's going on in your world?
I am. I really am looking forward to the holidays. And I feel that a lot of people have had a pretty hard year. They've had a rough year. So I definitely am looking forward to the holidays and looking forward to um, being a blessing to someone else. I'm usually a Grinch. I usually don't like the holidays. But it's because you know how you like something so much, you tell yourself you don't like it because you don't want somebody to ruin it for you.
Yes,
That's how I usually am. And for the first time, I have a husband that doesn't do that. He doesn't ruin it for me. So I'm allowed to be excited. And not only am I allowed to be excited, I'm indulged in my excitement. So I'm excited and I'm ready to share that with someone else, anybody else. If you are not feeling the Christmas spirit, call me so I can help you.
that's what's up. That's a good thing. Yeah, because I think a lot of people are not feeling the Christmas spirit this year. This year just been weird and strange, and everything's been so different for so many people. So the boss lady done put it out there. If you're not feeling the Christmas spirit, give her a call because she feeling it. Okay, give her a call. She gonna get you together. She gonna get you all in the Christmassy mood. Now, I can't get you in the Christmas mood. But I can get you in a New Year mood. I'm already past 2020. I'm so over it. I am so focused on 2021. So if you're struggling with what you're going to do in 2021, then you can holler at your girl because I'm ready. Let's do some strategic planning. Let's do some goal setting. Let's do some vision boards and some manifesting. Let's get it going because, we don't pay some dues in 2020, most of us. It's time to cash
Absolutely,
in.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's talk about some stuff what were some of your most memorable moments of 2020?
Memorable moment. I went to Punta Cana 2 days after my birthday, March the 8th, and I came back on March the 12th that night, literally like 10 o'clock that night, and the next morning the country shut down.
Wow.
And I was like, I just got home barely. So that
Wow.
was very memorable for me because the one thing that I was scared of was being stuck in Punta Cana.
Yes. Ooh, yes. I would have been scared of that too. But the good thing is you got to go and experience that and get on back home before everything really hit the fan.
Yes. It was so amazing. It was an amazing experience. So all of it, the entire experience and then coming back, that was awesome for me. That was amazing. What was
Yeah, I
memorable for
bet.
you?
I mean, I've had some good memories for 2020. I had some bad ones too. I think the most memorable has been this whole homeschooling stuff because
Yeah.
my son went to okay, so he was on spring break and we're just getting ready to go back to school and getting prepared for after spring break, and they were like, oh, we're not going to be coming back after spring break for a couple weeks. So I was like, okay, well, we got a little extra vacation, and he still to this day have not been back. So all that is extremely memorable. Oh my God, I done lost Lisa the boss lady. All that is extremely memorable for 2020. The fact that the kids went to spring break and never came back. And that has been the most crazy experience ever. Like, when they said they weren't going back to school, I thought it was just going to be 1 or 2 weeks. Who knew it was going to be all these months later?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's been really crazy. It's
It
been
was.
memorable too because I've really enjoyed the time with my kids. I have enjoyed the time at home. I want to keep this lifestyle.
Definitely.
This how I want to live.
It does bring you to the point of entrepreneurship and how important that is, because so many people that were relying on corporate America had that taken away from them, and that's not fair. It's not fair to take something that you've been working for and something that you've had, and all of a sudden it's just gone, and then people are like, oh, there's programs, oh, there's government assistance, but the people who don't qualify, what happens? The people who just
Right.
can't get it, what happens? And that's why my niece, she likes to say that 2020 was the year of vision. And I agree. I definitely agree. 2020 is the year of vision, because it showed you so many things that, for one, that we take for granted. Like, first of all, our health and our
Yeah.
hygiene practices and our
Yes.
caution. We take those things for granted. We take the job that we had. We take that for granted. We take our life. We take so many things for granted. And I think that 2020 was a wake up call. God said, "Hey, get it right."
Right. Exactly. But you are right about the vision, because not only did you see things in your own life, you saw people more clearly in 2020. Like,
Oh,
it just seems
yeah,
like you never really knew people like you thought you did.
absolutely.
2020, yeah, it seemed like exposed a lot of people when it comes to racial stuff, when it comes to politics, when it came to, people not want to wear masks. And it was just a lot of stuff that surprised me about people that I thought I knew.
Absolutely.
So,
People that you know for 20 plus years. Yes.
yes, ain't that weird that we
Yes.
all was experiencing that? Everybody was experiencing the fact that you had to let go of some friendships that you've had most of your life behind 2020.
Hmm. I'm thankful for that as well, though,
You know,
because
oh,
it
and
is hurt.
especially,
I'm sorry.
say it again. No,
I,
go
I'm
ahead.
thankful. I'm thankful for that, though. It is hurtful, but I'm thankful for that, because those are things that you need to see. And a lot of times we have our eyes closed to so many things, and when our eyes are open, then it's painful. But they do say that the most valuable lessons often are the painful ones.
Yeah, yes, yes. Now we got to talk about the painful stuff of 2020.
Mm,
We know that in this country, over 200,000 people have died from COVID-19.
right.
I mean, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to die from something that just kind of swept through the country. So that's been painful for us this year. A lot of people that never had to do without this year.
Right.
um I don't know, it's just been a lot of things as far as for the kids and people not having a social life, people being isolated. For
Mm,
me, 2020, the isolation, because I'm normally a very self-isolating person. I isolate anyway because I like my space. I like to be alone. But it was something about this isolation that was different. I didn't
right.
like
Mainly
I didn't like
because mainly because it wasn't voluntary.
maybe
mainly because you had to isolate. And I am a very social person. I'm a butterfly. I love being around people. I love people. I'm a people person. But that's another thing that was kind of eye-opening about 2020, because when it came time to isolate, it wasn't as hard as I thought. It
oh
was
wow.
it wasn't as hard as I thought, and it's still not, because I'm just more cautious, and I'm not a scary cat, and I'm not one of those hypochondriac. I'm not one of those people, but I'm way more cautious with my health, with my life.
Yeah.
Just past Saturday, I was so excited, wanted to go to this vendor event, but I was sniffling, and not only was I mindful of that, I was feeling a little bit down, but I was mindful of the other people who'd be like, "Oh, I don't want her sniffling and sneezing
Right.
around." It was
Right.
allergies, because I took a Tylenol, and it cleared it on up. But still, those are things I am mindful about. And when I go to somewhere, I don't want to be around a lot of people, especially if you're not social distancing and you're not
Right.
wearing your mask. I don't want to do that. And I was probably one of the main person like, "No, mask don't work. Nah, what's that for?" But now, whether it works or not, it is
Yes.
a security issue. It's
Right.
like a blankie or a binky. You know,
Yes.
put your mask on and step back, please.
I know. I think I'll probably have masks for a while, even when it's over with. I probably still have one just for the times when I'm not feeling like being that close to people. I will
Right,
still, you
right.
know. So
What do you think is going to be over with? I'm projecting at least 2 years that we'll be masked.
I think so too. But now with this vaccine, they're saying that by the summer it's going to be clear and we're going to be back to normal. And I'm like, I don't see it.
Well,
I don't see
what's normal? Because 4 people have already developed Bell's palsy as a side effect.
of the vaccine.
Yes.
Oh no. See, my take on the vaccine, I'm for it. I'm for the vaccine. But I'm for everybody else taking it. 'Cause-
I'm
and
not, and they're saying, oh, Bell's palsy can go away within a matter of minutes or within 4 months. That's not a chance I'm willing to take. And then the side effects of the vaccine, have you read those? They're the same as
no.
having the virus.
But my thing is if the vaccine will stop the spread, I'm for it. But I'm not wanting to take it. I want everybody else to take it. So if everybody else take it,
So
then I'm
you're okay
cool.
with it? You want
Yeah.
everybody else to have Bell's palsy?
Well, hey, I'm gonna continue to social distance and I'm gonna continue to, wear a mask, wash my hands. I was social distancing before this, so it's fine for me, you know?
Self-inflicted.
Yeah. So I just want everybody else to take it so that it's not out there for us to catch it. I feel
I
like
just
if enough people take it,
I don't know. I'm just I'm a little shady on it a little bit. And then it says due to the pandemic you already damaged.
okay, Facebook user, it doesn't really tell us who you are, but okay.
Exactly. But I think that, yeah, I mean, I saw other side effects as well. Did you see where it was coming, the people that were taking the vaccine were getting false positive HIV test results?
What? Hey, Miss Mimi.
Hey,
Hey,
Mimi the Great.
how y'all doing?
Oh, his name is Sam.
Hey, it's Mimi the Great. And we are so happy to have you on with us. It's our last broadcast of the year, live broadcast, y'all. We're going to do some replays.
Yes.
But we're talking about the Miss Mimi, girl, what's going on in your life, baby? Because you glowing.
Whew, child, that's
Mm.
great.
Oh,
We thought you was touched by an angel.
Look, if you
I
find
thought
him, if you find him, if he got a great uncle or something, send him my way, okay? Just saying. Just
Oh, well,
saying.
you're looking good. So we was talking about the hey Mika Diamond. We was talking about
Hey.
the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine.
Right.
So are you for it, against it? How do you feel? Mary put the she'll let you know. Keep that over there.
I'm so with listening to Dr. Fauci in the beginning, how he said the best time to take it is after like when you have the best results of a vaccine is 18 to 24 months. I'm
Wow.
Yeah, I'm so with that. That's
Yeah.
one. And two, I'm teeter tottering because daddy was in the service and that was back in the day of Agent Orange. That was back in the day of all those other vaccines, how when they took our people and we were the guinea pigs to see how it's gonna react, right? And
Right.
so I teeter totter with that. Three, I knew a young lady that I worked with years ago, and this was way after the vaccine was out for the flu. She took the flu and it had her down for 3 weeks.
Mhm.
Wow.
And that's the
Well,
flu vaccine. So I'm really kind of skeptical of this one that they've rushed to come out. I'm not here for it. I'll wait.
yeah, that's
I'm
why I said I want everybody else to take it. Y'all gonna take it.
Yeah, let me
And
see.
then,
Let me
the
watch,
disease,
right?
the disease ain't gonna be out there if everybody else take it. And then we good. So hey Sam, that's my brother Sam that was commenting.
All
Mika
right.
said nope. Mika
Yep.
said nope.
Right. That's how, and isn't that how I Am Legend happened?
I think so.
I mean, perhaps. But I think that other countries have been more successful getting the numbers down because they did real lockdowns. And
Right.
for whatever reason, we just
Real.
not doing it.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, Lisa. Dang it, the lady that we worked with, one of our Lips of Teal, with the Daphne. She's in
Mhm.
Germany, and they were on lockdown for 3 to 6 months. Period.
And that's what we should have done.
Yeah.
That's what we
Absolutely. A
should have
real
done.
one. A real lockdown. Because some people did it and some people didn't. You know, people did what they wanted to do, period, and nobody made them do otherwise.
Yeah.
Well,
They
see,
wanted to
Americans
get
is
the
too
thing-
concerned. What'd you say, Miss Mimi?
No, go ahead.
I was saying Americans is too concerned about money,
Oh yeah.
because people want to get their money and they choose money sometimes over their health, over their life.
Hmm.
And these other countries are helping their citizens way more than our country, and our country got more money. That don't make sense.
Yeah. Well,
Even
let
with
the
this
nation
package,
tell it. They were talking about on CNN the other day. Oh, how broke we are. And we just can't do like them. And I'm looking at them like, okay, now you say that to the people who don't know. Okay, boo, I'm
Right.
gonna let y'all have that.
so I think this might be Sam again. He said this was intentional towards the U.S. by the government in the U.S. I wouldn't be surprised.
At
I
all.
wouldn't be surprised. You know why? Because they know they should have shut us down. And he might be right. They probably was like, hey, we need to get rid of some of the population anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what
Let
was
them
that
do
movie
what they
called?
like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it. And I know Dad used to tell all the time, some of the stuff we see in the movies is stuff that has actually happened or stuff that they have already done in other places. And for a long time, I thought Dad was just crazy until I started seeing other movies like AI. And then after you see the movie, then you see, oh, we've been working on this and we have this and now you can do this. And it's like,
Well,
it
Yeah.
I
wasn't
mean, I think if 2020 showed you anything, it showed you that a lot of things that we used to think wasn't real is real.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
Right.
know, a lot of things that we used to think wasn't possible is possible. I was just telling my son, like, I worked for several companies where I used to say, why can't I just do this from home? Why can't I work part-time here and work part-time? Because I don't even need to deal with the public. I can work from home. Now, them same companies, now they can't tell you it, well, we don't know how to do it. It's not possible. We've
Yep.
all found out that it's extremely possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And easy.
Yeah, and a lot of companies have done it because I know downtown is a ghost town during the day. There are people, you'll see people trickling around, but it is nothing like, and then coming with me driving Uber, I still come across people who, oh yeah, we used to work downtown in that building or, whatever, and now everybody's from home. So yeah, I'm not trying to hear that. Speaking of which, if y'all out there, I
Exactly.
want to work from home. So just saying.
I know that's right. So, I mean, I think we learned a lot. So, what did you guys learn the most about yourself this year? Not that you knew already, you just learned more. Something you learned about yourself that you did not know before 2020.
Boss lady, I'm gonna let you have that first.
Something I learned about myself is that as I get older, gracefully, as I get older, I am a little more cautious, about a little more cautious and a little more health conscious. And, of course, that was brought about. Well, it made me look at it more this year. I always wash my hands. I always, was hygienic, but I'm more of that. I'm more, vigilant as to how many times I'm washing my hands, how many times I'm using sanitizer as I'm interacting with someone, how, who am I interacting with? Is it someone that I know wouldn't put me in danger of, being infected by something? And that's something that I was very, nonchalant, very, careless. I don't care. I'm about a seat in my pants type person. And now I'm just more conscious about who I am, who I have around me, and where I go, and how important is it that I go? How many people are going to be there if I go? And my social distancing, where I go. Just,
Well, for
more.
me, I'm gonna tell you something. For me, the isolation and all the time that we spent in the house, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, from March to May, it was like you couldn't go nowhere really. You know, we was all kind of stuck in the house. So for that time, I learned so much about myself. Because when you're busy, you just do your thing. You're going through the motions. You don't really have time to think, you know. So I had time to actually think. And I realized this is the first time in my life that I ever felt real loneliness. So I didn't understand when people would say they was lonely. I'd be like, lonely? I love being by myself. What they talking about?
Yeah.
But this year I felt it. And I said to myself, if this what it feels like, oh wow, no wonder. You know, people go through depression and stuff. It's hard. Loneliness is a very hard thing. So I learned about myself that perhaps I have been too judgmental on things that I didn't understand, because I didn't understand loneliness because I never experienced it. And I was very judgmental about it. Like, lonely, you know, you need to spend time by yourself. You need to learn yourself, love yourself. But after feeling it for myself, I realized loneliness is a real thing, and it's painful, and it hurts. And so I learned about myself that I do want companionship. I do want somebody in my life. And I never realized it before because I was always so busy. But when you get time to just sit down and be quiet and be still, the truth hits you in the face. And it hit me. It was like, I was like, wow, that's why I stayed busy so much, because I didn't want to feel this. So, you know, Miriam knows me. If I got one project, I got two. If I got two, I got four. If I got four, I'm looking for a fifth. I didn't realize I was doing that to get away from those feelings, you know. So 2020 showed me that I am a go-getter. I'm very ambitious, but some of that overachievement was to not feel loneliness. And I realized that it's okay to feel it, but then you have to do something. You know, you have to mend some relationships, maybe change some personality traits that are off-putting to people. You know, so these are the things that I realized. I have to be more friendly. I have to, you know, not be a spoiled brat like I've been for most of my life. It's either my way or no way. Like, what? I want what I want. And I want it now. But now I'm so much more giving, so much more understanding, less judgmental. And I think it has really made me a better person. Not to mention the fact that, you know, we lost our board of directors for Cultivate Courage. So we all knew Pastor Ken. And I realized in his death that this was a person that was always reaching out to me, always trying to be close to me. And y'all know I don't let people close. I'm just like, nah, I'll let you think you close, but you ain't really close. But losing him like that, it made me realize, don't take people for granted. You know, if a person want to be close to you, if a person want to show you love in whatever capacity, be grateful and receive that. You know, so I feel like those were some big lessons I learned. And now I'm open. I'm open to receive love. I'm open to receive friendships. I'm open to receive girlfriends. Because, you know, before I was like, women, be gone. And I want to be honest with you, okay? I ain't doing no lunches, brunches, none of that.
Right.
But now I want to. I'm open to it. I want to have friends. I want to do a girlfriend's getaway.
That's good.
You know, I want to do that kind of thing. I want to get, you know, my mister and get that business on the regular. So these are things I learned. So hey, I wanna read some of these comments. Okay. But due to age, you get more to self and understand it more. I think this is Sam talking about the loneliness, maybe. And he says that I am more to myself, period. So this is what he learned about himself, I think, that he's more to himself, period. And he's loving it. Okay. And he says, believe it or not, companionship will be there due to you're feeling it. Wait, how well you're feeling for it. I think that's what I mean. And he says, yes, so glad to see. You smile more. Yes, brother, I am smiling more. I'm open to companionship. I'm open to love. Is something that I was like, you know, I ain't really romantic into all the love stuff. I'm into
I
the
just
fun.
want a handsome friend.
Yes. I used to be no romance without finance.
And
But
finance.
yes, but now I'm open to romance. So who knows what 2021 is going to bring?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned. So, Mimi,
Hmm.
what about you?
Whew. Well, as like you said when you were talking about the loneliness, in the beginning, I was all for it. What? I get to sit at the house and I'm cool and I ain't gotta pay no bills. I'm good. That's a wrap. See y'all later. And then
Yes,
for a while, it was like, wait a minute.
right.
You mean I don't get to hug nobody? Like we can hang out.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know how I'm gonna work with this. I can't
Yes,
vision to work anymore because and even though I'm an essential worker being a home health care, the hours got cut, right? So there was still that connection that I need, that I didn't realize that I needed with being actually in somebody's face. I want to be in your
yeah,
face. I want to see what you look like. We can
right.
talk on all day and text what you look like, what's your facial expression like, that sort of thing that I was missing. And so the loneliness set in and I had to figure out what. And then we had, like you said, Ken passing. We had all the ranting and raving, the shooting to deal with. So all those emotions was a lot to deal with. And it was like, shit, where do I put this? How do I deal with
Yes,
it? I'm good with telling people, oh, feel how you feel and then get over it. God's got you. And so I had to learn how to eat my words.
yes,
How you wait, what? You want me to I gotta cry? And then am I gonna cry? Am I gonna be frustrated? Am I gonna be pissed? Do I want to go out here and get these people for killing my people? I mean, what? Where
yes.
to go? And it wasn't until Michelle Obama said that she didn't know how to feel when she talked on a
Hmm.
podcast about it. She was like, I'm overwhelmed, and it made sense to me. And I was like, ah. So then was the time for me to, once I made that connection, once I realized that's me too, once I realized I'm not the only person, because I had, I felt some kind of way, feeling like fear would have you feel like I'm the only one feeling like this. Who do I
Right,
tell this to without being ridiculed? And when she said it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then
right.
it put the air for me to reach out to somebody because we had those conversations and I was like, man, I wish I had called you sooner, you know. But it was that loneliness, that depression in the beginning, after the beginning, that I dealt with. And then it made me too want to really dig deep and push through because somebody else that I
Yeah,
come in contact with may not have been able to make that connection until I said
right.
something, I did something, or I sent the text, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Good morning. Whatever the case is. So it made me kind of want to reach back to other people and reach out to other people to see how they are. And then also, and God is still working on me, being more
Yes.
transparent.
Mm,
I be wanting to tell.
yeah.
I be wanting to tell. I'm such a, I go over in my head the conversation or what I'm gonna post, and it's like about that pushing that send button, right? And
Yeah.
I've had release in some of the things I have shared, so I know it's a good therapy type situation. But I'm gonna get better with it in 2020. And then too, like Lisa said, like you said, Lisa, that love thing. Didn't know if I wanted to after my honey died. It's been a year and something now, right? Um, so I've been kind of on the fence about it, but I'm feeling more like, you know what, Mr. Ogilvy.
I know that's right. Hey, Mr. Ogilvy.
Hi, Professor Alcavy.
Yes.
So if you got anyway, but yeah, so but that's what I'm learning, to be more transparent, to be and most importantly for me truly is to be more open to what God is telling me. Lisa, we had that conversation a long time ago about how God told you to stay focused on him. And I feel like during the depression, some part I got unfocused. And
Hmm.
so it's a matter of getting back on track, getting back in line with where I'm supposed to be with that so that I can do what I'm supposed to do going forward.
And Sam says with this PTSD, it was like, Lord, I just was hoping a civil war don't come out. You
Right.
know, I agree with you because after George Floyd, I think we all start. I mean, it was so many though. It wasn't just George. It was Ahmaud Arbery. It was
Right.
Breonna Taylor, it was George Floyd. It was just so many, and you just got to feel like angry.
Yeah.
You know, you feel angry and you feel like, what is going to take for this to stop?
Yeah.
And
And am I
Right.
next?
yes,
You know, because it wasn't just the brothers, it was the sisters too. So am I next? Do I need to be looking over my shoulder when I go to the grocery store? Can I go
Uh, th-
walking, get some of this juiciness off without y'all following me
Can I
around? Like
sleep? Can I sleep in my bed without getting
that part.
shot? You
That part.
know? Yeah. And
right.
then when I get shot, being said, oh, well, I shouldn't have hung around with those drug dealers.
And what nobody a drug dealer. But anyway,
And you
yeah,
know, the
But
sad
regardless, I
part,
don't care who I hung around with, I was sleeping in my bed.
yeah,
And I'm
yes.
telling you, they're like, well, don't protest, don't do this, don't destroy the city. If you shoot my child, please be clear. If you shoot my child, I'm burning it to the ground, all of it. All of it.
And see
And I don't
that
care.
I appreciate you saying that because I think we all feel that, and I think it's wrong for people to say, why are they being so violent? Why are they? Do you know how it feels? Do you have any understanding? I was thinking to myself the other night how it must have felt for Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, the fact that they were sleeping in the bed one minute and the next minute she just dead, and the cops is everywhere and they stepping over her body like it ain't nothing. They got him in handcuffs. Ain't nobody dealing with the fact that my whole world just been turned upside down and I don't
yep,
even know what the hell's going on.
yeah,
You know, that's traumatizing. That is crazy.
And
yep,
You
people
know,
are villainizing him, saying that, oh, he shot at the police. That's why they opened fire. You come into my home. I don't care who you are. You're getting shot.
yeah,
That's
you're
what
in my,
happened.
yeah,
and then you know, it's sad because people, we talked about this at the beginning of the show. You never really understand how people feel about certain things. 2020, I mean, I had to unfriend a lot of people on Facebook, not just Caucasian people, white, I mean, black people who was talking noise about Breonna Taylor, like she shouldn't have chose that type of man, and you know, she should. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? I was just so shocked that people really feel that way, you
But
wow,
let
know,
me
and then
about
people were,
him out, or you nappy headed sister. And then, oh, my sweet angel baby did not ever do that in life. Justice for my sister. But this
yeah,
lady that you
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
That's the problem. We as people, period, we always are willing to advocate for our ain't-ish family, but you
hmm.
this other person that could be an innocent person, an innocent bystander, we want to judge them and say that they shouldn't have done this or they shouldn't have done that when our family member was in the wrong, yet we'll advocate them.
Hmm.
yes. Well, you know, I want to read what Sam said because I agree with him. They really don't want a war because more veterans are equipped for it. And he says, hey, enough said. I already know that. You
Yeah,
know,
That's
because even our country, the way they treat veterans, the way our veterans are treated in this country, especially our black ones, you
yeah,
know, it's like they don't treat you with respect. If you put your life on the line to defend a country, they don't even respect you,
yeah,
you know, and then they scar for the rest of their lives.
yeah,
It's really sad. I think that the worst thing about 2020 has been people have felt like you cannot feel bad for your race without them, you know, pushing theirs in your face
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah,
all lives matter stuff. If all lives really matter, this wouldn't be an issue.
yeah.
it
It
wouldn't be a
wouldn't even have
conversation.
come. It wouldn't even have
Yes,
come. Yep. And then why is it that we can't have our own thing without it always being um taken, so to speak? So they started with Black Lives Matter, and then it was the Blue Lives. Well, how blue lives gonna matter when you killing us like you're picking us like we're strange fruit, like they used to say, or you're picking us off like somebody trying to kill a herd of roaches in the kitchen, you know? And then it went from their lives to everybody else, and it's like, can we just have one thing? I just want us to
and
be
I
able to have.
think it's I think it's disrespectful to compare a blue life to a black life because first of all, you take that blue uniform off. We can't take off this black skin.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
been
So
a
you
while.
can go somewhere in regular clothes and don't nobody even know you got a blue life. But no
Right.
matter what we do, where we go, how we act, how educated we are, we still gonna be judged by the fact that we black.
Yep,
And that's all they see most of the time.
yep,
So I mean, that's what made 2020 such an interesting year. It was so much going on. We could talk about pandemic, we could talk about politics, we could talk about the social injustice. I mean, it's just so much happened this year.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if everybody comes out of 2020 with PTSD, some form of it, because of everything that started in the beginning. And then, the people who have lost their lives, family members, friends to COVID, to, all sorts of things, and not be able, like in the beginning, when the people lost their family members or friends and weren't able to go to the funerals to say or give an actual goodbye, how that affects, it's something that it's not talked about, it's not discussed, it's brushed over. And then for those who come across people who don't believe that COVID is real, and versus the ones who have family members that have died from it,
right?
Or those who have had it and have survived it. It's like, how do you deal with that?
It's a hard thing. It's a hard pill to swallow. And then, you brought up an interesting point about people not being able to go to funerals. And also so many people had to die alone because nobody could be, nobody could be in the room with them. They had to try to FaceTime people to say goodbye. That's sad, y'all. That's just sad.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the type of death that I would never wish on anybody, even though it has happened beyond our control. But that's just it used to be one of my greatest fears, was to to die by myself. Like, what is that like? What, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
And the thing is, I think it's worse when you're dying. It's different. I feel like it might be different if it's a sudden death, a car accident, a plane crash, something you don't even know it's happening to you. But when you 2 or 3 days and you're dying, and you 2 or 3 days going through that process alone, I mean, that's got to be terrible.
Some kind of way, yeah. Absolutely.
So for that reason alone, I hope that they get a handle on this pandemic, because I think that, like you said, lives have been changed from this point out. There'll never be a normal. It's going to be a new normal.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I remember when they first started saying that, people were like, oh, it ain't going to be no new normal. It's going to go back. No, it's not going to go back.
No, I don't think it'll ever go back. I don't think it'll ever go back to the way it was. And you know what? We shouldn't even want it to.
Yeah.
No, because it brought attention to how bad of a job we were doing before.
Yeah. And do you know, when you think about buffets and stuff, now I cringe. It's like, I can't even think of going to a buffet now.
I'm good. Right. I was already looking at them anyway, because some people let their children run them up and just hands be all in everything and snotty nose and all that.
And even the more upscale buffets, where, at the brunches, at the more upscale places, I'm even still like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good on all that. So I think that, this year has really been a change for everybody. We're going to take a real quick commercial break to recognize one of our sponsors, but don't y'all go know where we'll be.
Hey, it's your girl, Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about my new book of the month, When the Pieces Begin to Fit, by Nikki L. Jones. Have you ever felt discouraged, depressed, struggling to find your purpose? This book will help you make sense of it all and inspire you to keep moving forward. Nikki uses her own personal journey to illustrate that you are more than your situation, and you can overcome. Get your copy of When the Pieces Begin to Fit by Nikki L. Jones, available now on Amazon. Be sure to leave a review and tell her Stunner Radio sent you.
Thank you so much for tuning in with us and for staying with us. We are talking about our 2020 year in review. We've already talked about what we've learned about ourselves, what type of year this was. I mean, what else do you guys want to say about 2020?
I'm glad you started Stunner Radio.
Stunner Radio.
Yes.
Stunner Radio was born in 2020. It's crazy because, I don't know, sometimes traumatic things happen to push you out of your space, to put you out of your comfort zone. And I remember, finding out about Ken's death on Facebook. It was just, I can't even, it was hard to process. And I think that not just his death, but, me being a lifelong Laker fan, the death of Kobe Bryant, a Laker fan, death of Kobe Bryant, And I know some people don't understand, but my Laker fans, they understand. It's like a member of our family, you know. So even though we didn't know him personally, it hurt. It was very hurtful. And so with that happening, I felt like I let go of so much of my comfort zones. I was just like, you know, it's time for me to seize the moment. It's time to not just sit here and think
Mhm.
I got years and years and years to pursue my dreams. It's time to seize the moment and just do it. And I hope that people are inspired by what I've done to do that. You know, I talk to you guys all the time about go out there and do it. Like, don't wait for nobody. Don't wait for nobody's approval. Just go do it. And
Mhm.
so I am happy that Stunner Radio was born in 2020, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen for 2021 for Stunner Radio. And you know, you ladies have been so instrumental in everything that we've done in Stunner Radio and our listenership and viewership. And now we have international listeners. I mean, who would
Yeah.
have thought?
We stand to
And now
Italy.
we're on iHeartRadio. I mean, we're everywhere. It's just a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling to be a part of that. So I'm grateful for that. I can truly say that even in spite of everything that has happened, all the stuff that we talked about before, that there has still been a lot of good come out of 2020.
Yeah.
So I'm
definitely.
excited. There've been a lot of collaborations, a lot of, hey, can you come do this? And even though it's not this year, it's next year. So it's been a lot of good that has come out of 2020. And like you said, that seize the moment is so crucial. So
Right.
like, and this has been in my head for the past 2 days, and I don't know the whole scripture, but I know I used to hear old people say it all the time, for we don't know the day or the hour or
Right.
the time. So it is very important that if it's something you thought wanted to do once upon a time, jot it down, do whatever it takes to get it done, even if it's small steps. It can still be it's still attainable. People are still out there willing to help, willing to collaborate and do things. It's still possible.
And just do it. Just do it. Just do it. That's all I can say to people. Just do it. So many people feel like, well, I got to get this in place. I got to get that in place. I don't have the money. I don't have this. Sometimes you just got to step out there on faith and just do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't fly if you're holding on to the ledge.
Right.
so true. Ooh, I like that one.
Absolutely. And you know the thing, it's funny because I felt like I was sitting in the living room talking to Miriam about we gonna do this, and then the next thing you know, we're done. We're doing it. It just happened. It's like, okay, we actually doing this. Okay, let's go.
I
And
mean,
so,
I
maybe,
definitely I'm grateful to be a part of everything Stunner Radio. Everything that Stunner Radio stands for just makes me excited. Every single thing. And it makes me feel like, instead, like you said, instead of sitting here just looking at writing down, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. It feels like I'm walking in my purpose. It feels like I'm doing just going towards what I need to go towards, and being a part of this opportunity is everything. It is
Mhm.
everything in life to me right now. And it feels like home. It feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yep.
and it's crazy because you don't know what your life is really about while you're living it. Then you look back and say, oh, that's what that was. That's what that was about. And this is what that was about. Because I think a lot of people, I've approached a lot of people, not a lot of people, I've approached some people about an opportunity. And because it seemed too good, like, why she approaching me? She didn't really asking for a lot. Why she trying to give me this opportunity? And I think people don't understand because they looking at it like, I want to do it, but it seemed too good to be true. But if I could say anything, I could say this: you never know what a person have been through that gives them the passion for whatever it is they do.
Right.
For me, I'm passionate about giving people a voice. I'm passionate about Black women winning. I'm passionate about women reclaiming their self-esteem and their self-worth and their self-love because of the things that I've been through, and because of the fact that I never thought I would ever be able to stand up for myself and talk for myself. It was a point in my life where I was so downtrodden, like I didn't see tomorrow. I didn't see no tomorrow. I didn't see no light at the end of the tunnel. I really just didn't see no future at all.
Mhm.
So to be able to get through that, it it hurts me to think that anybody's going through that. So
Yeah.
for me, I always want to pull people and show Black women, especially, look, where you start is not where you finish.
Mm.
Let's go. You can get up from here and you can be an inspiration. You can do the things that you want to do. You can help your sister. You can be loved. You are worthy of being rich. You can be successful. You don't have to struggle. All the things that people have told us about what our life should look like, come to find out, it's not even real.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so many people have made us as Black women feel like we always got to be at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We always got to be with a man that don't love us. We
Mm-hmm.
always got to be the least, the last hired and the first fired.
Yep.
And you
And you
know,
gotta
that's
take.
not real. That's not true.
Yeah.
So it's so important for me. The reason for Stunner Radio is to give us a voice and to let other Black women know that, and not just Black women, yes, all women, but I'm a Black woman, so I gotta ride for my people. I gotta ride for the people that look like me and that go through the experiences just from birth, just from being born Black, that I go through. So, you know, that's the whole philosophy behind Stunner Radio. I've never been a person, and y'all know this, the people that know me know this. I've never been a person to chase no type of spotlight because I don't need to. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I just don't need to. All I gotta do is get out the bed and the spotlight seems to shine.
Bam.
I mean,
Bam.
what can I say? So it's not about that. It's not about Stunner Radio. It's not about that. It's about lifting each other up and
Mm-hmm.
getting us to understand how wonderful we are and how great we are. It's
Yeah.
so much greatness sitting in jail cells, sitting alone in living rooms, sitting in the dark. Greatness that need to be exposed to the world. So that's why I'm so passionate about this, and that's why I don't let y'all rest. Be like, what y'all gonna do with your product line? You know, when you gonna finish your book? What you gonna do with your acting, your modeling, your you know, your business?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much greatness in you. And I am so excited to be associated with you guys. And I know that there's no limits.
Yeah.
You know,
None.
people say the sky's the limit, but I know there is no limits.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I'm glad that I was chosen for that ride because I need somebody to be like, Mimi, really? What you doing? How come you ain't finished that yet?
Get it together. Get it together.
That's it.
yes.
Exactly.
And
I'm
then,
grateful.
you know, what you say, Miss Boss Lady?
I'm very grateful as well.
Well, then, you know, I start calling Mimi the Great. And she was like, girl, what you say now?
It was more like, oh, here she go again. But
Because
I get it now.
I think people really just don't know that we've been duped, we've been bamboozled, we've been hoodwinked
Yes.
into thinking that
True.
we are
Yes.
ordinary when
True.
we really are extraordinary.
Yeah.
We really are special. And you can't let nobody put you in a corner and make you feel like you're not, because somebody need to see you, somebody
Yeah.
need to hear you, and somebody need to know you.
Yep.
So
Yep. Everybody,
That's what
because
you're
we're
here for.
created as different as snowflakes. So everybody has a place and a purpose. As long
Right.
as you got air in your lungs, you got a place and a purpose.
Right. You're here
and you
for a
know
reason.
what, believe it or not, some greater than others. And I know that people don't like to hear that, but some do have a greater purpose than others. It's nothing wrong with that, and you shouldn't feel guilty about that. But what I find is that those are the people that get the most ish piled up on them. Those are the
Man.
people that get the most obstacles put in their way. Those are
Hmm.
the people that get the most people turning on them and betraying them, because your purpose is so great.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do have to understand that you are in a, listen, in nature, we have to be serious about the fact that, yeah, ants have a purpose, bees have a purpose. Some
Yep.
of the purpose is greater than the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
Spiders,
what it is.
right before I kill them, spiders have a purpose. Hmm.
It's- and
To be
you
killed.
can't feel bad about that. You know, some people will say to you, you think you better. Well, in some respects, I am. And I
Yeah.
can't I can't feel guilty about that.
And
Yeah.
you're not supposed to. You're what you have inside of you is what God put inside of you. And why would you feel guilty about something that was put inside of you? It was put inside of you for a reason. You are who you are. Everybody is who they are for a reason. What you are great at, I may not be great at. What you're
Right.
not great at, I might be great at. We are here to complement each other and uplift each other. And I think that a lot of people look at, everything that has happened this year as a tragedy. And I think it's a choice. Somebody needs to hear that that's a choice that you're making. And just like you made that choice to make it a tragedy, you can get up and choose to make it a blessing, because it's inside of you. It's inside of you, whether you act on it or not. When you wake up in the morning, before you do anything, and before you open your eyes, wipe your mouth, whatever, before you do anything, it's inside of you. All you have to do is tap into it and say, this is what I'm going to do. And
Right.
sometimes people don't have that inside of them, and they need somebody to tell them. They need somebody to tell them. I have friends that I make stand in front of the mirror and tell themselves, with no clothes on, and tell themselves, you a bad bee. And when I text them, did you say it? Did you
Right.
really say it?
That's
I want to
her,
hear you
yes.
record it.
That's
Record it.
right.
I want to see you say it. And you literally, some people you have to tell that to, and some people have to be the ones getting it told to. It's just,
Yes.
you are who you are, and whoever you are is enough. For whatever purpose you were put here, that's what God put you here for, and it's enough. Without you doing anything, it's enough.
Yes, it is. And I love that. I'm an advocate for getting in that mirror bucket naked. I'm an advocate for that. Because I want to see all my stretch marks. I want to see all my cellulite. I want to see the rolls. I want to see all of it. And I want to love every inch of it, because it is who I am. I don't want to ever be back in that state of my life where I didn't want to look at myself, or
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
state of my life where I didn't like what I saw. I
yeah.
don't ever want to be there again. And what people don't know is people in society can get you to that point
Mhm.
where
Yeah,
you don't even want
They,
to look in the mirror.
yeah. And it don't even have to be people in society. It could be people real close to you. It
it
could
could be
be
Yeah,
one person. Absolutely. Absolutely. I
it could
had a
be
person that I did that told me I was ugly, fat. Don't nobody want nobody with 3 kids, ugly and fat. And when I think of myself now, like, ugly,
I could never be.
who was you talking to, sir? Who were you
Right.
addressing in that manner?
Yes.
But at that time, I saw ugly. I
Yeah.
saw it. And you need that. And that one person told me that I was beautiful. And so everybody needs that one person. And if you don't have that one person, call me.
I know that's right.
Call
Holla
us.
at your girl.
Now you got 3
I'm
people.
a DJ Khaled. You the best.
Yes.
Another one.
Yes, yes, and spread that. When you
Mm-hmm.
get it inside of you, you got to spread it to other people. You have to. One thing I do regret also from years past is, I think you all know Carmen, the friend that we lost a couple years ago to domestic violence. I
Mm-hmm.
always thought Carmen was so beautiful,
Yes.
but sometimes when I would be in her presence, I say, "Wow, she's just beautiful," and I would want to tell her, but I'd be like, "She gonna think I'm weird. I'm not gonna tell her that."
Mm-hmm.
But when she passed, I was like, "Why didn't I just say it?" I
Yeah.
mean, even if
I
she
did
did
tell
think
her.
I was
I
weird,
did that.
I
When we
mean,
went to first shoot.
I think it's just sad that sometimes we don't want to just show love, but
You'd be surprised at how
you got to go past your own, just show love, even if a person, so what?
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because you'd be surprised
It
at
might not be
how
for them today.
what that may be what they needed to hear at that time that
Right.
you were giving it to say, or that gesture, that comment, that text, that hug, that whatever. You don't know what's going on in people's minds, or if somebody would have told her, or and it's happened to me too, where I didn't say something to somebody and God was really nudging me, go say it, just say it. And I was like, I don't want to think I'm gay. I mean, I ain't tripping, but I don't want to look at me funny. And so I didn't do it. And it wasn't until later when some other stuff transpired and she kind of, said what she was feeling and thinking. And I was like, I needed to say that because she was standing at that moment asking, God, do you really see me? Are you really listening to my prayers? And that
Mm,
was one of those things where had I said what he told me to say, would have been her answer that, yes, I'm listening. And I'm going to send you somebody you don't even know
wow.
to say this thing to you. So absolutely. Yeah, you didn't get a chance then, but you got a gazillion other chances now to do it going forward. So lesson learned. Um,
Absolutely.
and I know you learned your lesson because trust me, you ain't never missed your words before, and you don't miss them now either.
No, I can't because those type of painful lessons, you never get past those. You never get over them. So now and another thing I want to say, something that Lisa brought up, I want to expound on it as far as speaking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned something this year, y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. I've always been the type of person to talk to myself. I talk to myself a lot, even sometimes out loud. Girl, why you do that? Girl, I don't even much know. I'm talking to myself.
Me
But
too.
lately, I'm just gonna tell y'all this. I have been saying to myself, "Oh, look at you with your sexy self. Oh, look at you with your cute self. Look at you."
Nice.
And do you know people have been saying those exact words back to me? I've had more people say to me, "I'm okay with your sexy self," and I'm just like, so it's a lesson for us to learn how you treat yourself
Mhm.
is what you are teaching other people, and it really does come back to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
So I
right.
mean,
Right.
I feel like I always knew that, but I know it even more now.
Yeah.
And it's a great feeling. It's really great.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to leave people, since this is our last broadcast of the year, our last live broadcast until 2021? What do you guys want to leave people with, especially the people that's going to watch the replay, our supporters, people that's been there? What do you guys want to leave them with before we go?
Go on, Lisa, boss lady.
I definitely want to say again what my niece TC, she said that 2020 is a year of vision. So I want you guys to take that and run with it. If your vision, like when you're going to the eye doctor, if it's telling you need to get glasses, aka if your place of business, your 9 to 5 pyramid scheme, if that is not sustaining you, or if you took a hit due to COVID, then you need to invest in you more streams of income. So let those be your glasses to fix your vision and make 2020 correct. And so
Yeah.
when you go to 2021, already have your glasses on and be ready to rock and roll so that you don't have to worry about what is going to throw your way. You take control of your own future and rock it the way that you think you to and you think you're supposed to. And like Lisa Dene said, do the most every
Yes.
day. No reason. Do the most. Wake up
Yes.
and do the absolute most. You
Yes.
better get up and
You
do the most.
better.
Period.
Yes. Yes.
That.
That's gonna be the next t-shirt, y'all. Do the
Right?
most.
And on
That'll
the back
preach.
say you better.
Yes. Yes.
I like that. Okay, Lisa. I think clouded.
So you want me to go, Mimi, or you want to go?
I'll go. I won't punk out this song. So I have several, and one of them is one thing that we talked about. There's pain in your purpose for those who've gone through death, the depression, the loneliness. There's pain in your purpose. You're still here. You're still viable. You still have purpose. Um, and then, like Boss Lady said, you can't take off holding on to a ledge. If there's something that you thought you wanted to do, make it happen. Take the leap of faith. You're still here. It can still be done. It don't even matter how old you are. I didn't start modeling until I was
Yes.
over 30 something. I think I was kissing 40. So it still can happen. And then remember, you are enough. God gave you everything you
Yes.
needed to make it happen. Doesn't matter what you've been through, you can use all of that. Everything you've been through is giving you what you needed for the next level, right? So you can level up. No more fear. Hashtag no fear, no bends, no breaks, none of that going into 2020. And I'm sorry, 2021. And don't wait till January 1st. Go and get that thing started right now.
Right now.
that.
Feed
That.
your positive vibes. It's just like Lisa D just said, she was feeding herself, I'm sexy, I'm this, and it started coming back to her. So it's very important to understand and remember what you feed the universe is what the universe is going to feed you, right? So feed yourself positive vibes 24/7 from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed. Positive vibes only. And then if you want to see
Yes.
change in your life, like one of my homegirls says, she said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you this one thing. And I was like, what? Talk to me. I'm here for it. She said, make better decisions.
Mm.
You want to see change in your life, you don't like where you are, like Boss Lady said, make better decisions. It's okay. We all
Yes.
shake and move according to where we've been and what we've been taught and all that. And if that's not working for you, if you don't like where you are and you want to see yourself somewhere else, make better decisions. Don't be afraid to make that leap. Make it happen.
Yes. Woo. I'm
Oh,
feeling
and that leap
empowered
thing.
already. I love it.
I love it.
Well,
Mhm.
I feel like I try to be empowering and inspiring and all that all the time. So I'm gonna come a little different this time.
Okay.
So I just gonna say this how I'm feeling it. So for the people that follow me, if y'all churchy, I'm going to tune out now. Going to tune out. Going to tune out. Going to tune out now. If you churchy and you throw it off by profanity, go good night. Yeah, it was nice for you to tune in with us. Go on and tune out now. Because what I'm gonna leave everybody else with is pop your shit, bitch. Do the goddamn thing. Fuck them and feed them grits. Fuck them all. Okay, that's what I'm telling you right now. And for all the negative Nellies, my words to you is shut the fuck up. Okay, we don't want to hear nothing you got to say in 2021. If you're not coming real, you're not coming correct, shut the fuck up. Okay, and again, to all my sisters, pop your shit, throw your ass, do your thing. Okay, what good is all that ass if you ain't gonna throw it?
Yeah.
Throw that shit. Do it. Do the damn thing, sis. I'm all
Yes.
for you doing the damn thing. Don't
Yeah.
let nobody stop you. Go get your man and put it down. Drop it down on him on the regular. Okay? Do the
Right.
damn thing.
Yeah.
Bless his heart and soul. Okay? And put like my girl Maui Bigelow say, put your foot on their necks in 2021.
That's it.
Snatch all the edges, put your foot on the necks, and pop your shit. That's my word for y'all. Get it done, bitch.
Amen.
So,
Hashtag
That was
power.
poetry.
It really was. I wasn't expecting that.
yeah, I
I
know.
wasn't expecting that either. But all of that, pop
Yes,
your shit.
pop it,
Absolutely.
baby. You better pop it. You know why? Because life is too short to be worried about who do and do not like it.
Because there's
And we're
always going
not
to be
all
an issue.
supposed to be the same. I got a little bit of extra ass and I'm gonna throw all of it. I'm
In
gonna
the
throw it
circle,
in a
throw it.
circle and a square.
That's right. And if
I
they
mean,
don't like it, make them like it.
If they don't like it, like I said, fuck them and feed them grits. And that's my
They can't
word.
have none of my grits.
Since we can't use profanity on a regular show, sometimes you gotta get it out there.
get it off your chest.
Sometimes you gotta get it off your chest. I'm telling you,
That's
there
true
is
though.
one phrase that I really need a lot of people to learn in 2021. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Mm.
A lot of problems will be solved if people to shut their mouth.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't nobody want to hear all that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need
yes,
them to learn it in 2020.
I'm gonna need you to learn it now too. Yes, exactly.
You
But
got 2 days left.
I think I'm all for the movement of positivity and empowerment, but also I'm for the movement of calling a spade and putting people and getting people together. I'm gonna need to get some of y'all together. Just
Mhm.
because you see somebody else doing something that you too scared to do, shut the fuck up. Okay, get out their
That
business. Tune out. If you don't like it, go the other way. But all the extra commentary is unnecessary. And we're not here for it in 2021. It's gonna get exposed. I'm just
yeah.
letting you know. I am very empowering, uplifting, but sometimes people take your kindness for weakness. Sometimes people take your silence for ignorance. And it
Mhm.
ain't none of that. I see you, I hear you, I know what you're about, and I'm not with it. So I'm all for the positive people, but the negative Nellies, go somewhere and sit down.
Yeah.
Go somewhere and sit down. So, I feel like in 2021, you got to be vigilant about getting your stuff done and doing you and putting your crown on your head and walking in your greatness. You can't let nobody stop you, not even you.
Yeah. Just saying.
So that's my word.
I'm glad I let you go last. I couldn't have typed that.
We wouldn't have been able to go.
I'd have been so wound up, like, girl, what? What she see?
We would have been
Right.
twerking like the girl at True Kitchen.
Girl. Yes, indeed.
How
Hey,
can it work?
you just got to do your thing. That's
That's
it.
That's it.
Well,
Thank
you
you
guys
for
can
doing
follow
your thing.
us. Follow us on Stunner Radio. Please follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit our website. Miss Mimi, let them know where they can follow you.
Ooh, well, so of course, Love Power Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, just Mimi, JUZTMEME, and also Love Power Radio on Instagram. So can't wait to see you. Mwah.
Yes, Lisa the Boss Lady.
I am Lisa the Boss Lady, LYSATHA Boss Lady on Facebook. I'm Lisa the Boss Lady on Instagram. And I am Lisa Middleton Phillips on regular Facebook. And you can also catch me on Black Coffee with a Side of Tea on Facebook and LisaTheBossLady.com.
Okay, LisaTheBossLady.com. Come through. Now, before we leave, let's do something really fun called bold predictions. I want one bold prediction from you guys for me, and I want to give one to you guys. So a bold prediction for Miss Mimi. Miss Mimi going to get married in 2021, and Miss Mimi is going to star in a one-woman show in 2021. That's my bold prediction
Sure
for
is
Miss Mimi.
bold.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Okay. Now, for Lisa the Boss Lady, I just got a bold prediction out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And I know Lisa is gonna be like, girl, no, I don't think so. But my bold prediction for Lisa the Boss Lady is Lisa the Boss Lady is gonna become a politician.
Really?
Lisa the Boss Lady gonna be a public servant. Lisa the Boss Lady gonna be in the public eye. She gonna be seen. Lisa
I
the
see.
Boss Lady is gonna be more famous than all of us.
I don't know about that, but I do see the public servant thing. I am being pulled in that direction a little bit more every day.
That's the bold prediction for you. All right, what y'all got?
I claim it. Lisa Dene is going to be in a serious relationship in 2021.
All right, now let's go.
That was mine.
Let's go, mister, wherever you may be. I'll take it. What you got for Miss Mimi?
Miss Mimi is going to be on the face of several modeling and fashion engagements. Literally, like the face. When I see the advertisement, it's gonna be the face.
You better go, Miss Mimi.
Look, hold on. Let me see what you got. Wait.
The face. Oh, I love that.
Okay, so Lisa the Boss Lady. So I see you as one of the top travel agents that people are going to be going to. It's Lisa the Boss Lady. Oh no, if y'all ain't talking to Lisa the Boss Lady, kind of like they was when I was a cab driver, if you ain't talking to me, so that's going to be you. If you ain't talking to Lisa the Boss Lady, we ain't working with you. That's going to be you.
I receive.
That's going to be you. Miss Lisa D. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Not only are you going to be in a serious relationship, but you're going to be like one of those living in one of those houses like they have in Georgia that look like mansions.
Okay.
Mortgage free. We all going to be mortgage free up in this joint.
I'm here for all that.
And of course, own more than one business. And Cultivate
All right,
Courage.
I'm here for it.
Cultivate Courage is going to be known for what it does best.
Okay, it's gonna make a comeback.
Yeah.
I had already buried it.
I thought about Cultivate Courage coming back. I did.
Okay. Well, I had already buried it. I just didn't put the tombstone up yet. So maybe it's gonna be a resurrection. I'll receive that.
We didn't have no funeral.
I had a memorial.
No,
had a
repent.
memorial service.
I said she had already buried it.
Oh Lord. Okay, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming on. We have had a lot of fun.
Yes.
We got to do this more often. So thank you all for tuning in. Visit our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will be back with live shows on Saturday, January 9th.
Mm-hmm.
So tune in to us on our website, stunnerradio.com. Shout out to Vanguard Media. I mean, it's just such a wonderful thing to be a part of Vanguard Media. We got to say that. Shout out to Vanguard Media. Shout out to the Al Rucker Show, Al Rucker and his staff, Adriana, Jose.
Jose.
I don't know why sometimes I want to call him Juan. Just do not know.
Latriva started that because remember we had the name game that day.
Yeah, she called him Carlos, and since then I just have to take a pause before I say his name. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Al Rucker. Shout out to Adriana. All the people at Vanguard Media.
Shout out to our other sisters who couldn't make it with us tonight. Latriva Denise, short for Latriva D, and Shy Bella Rose, and Felicia Chantel. Make sure you follow all of us. StunnerRadio.com, Black Coffee with a Side of Tea, Lisa Danae Live, and the Love Power Radio Show, and my sister, Why Do You Hate Us So Much?
Yes, and you know, it's funny, we done built us a little sisterhood. And I just want to say, if you want to join Stunner Radio, reach out to us. We always looking for people who are, you know, business minded and who are motivated, ambitious. And if you're not, you hang around us long enough, you will be.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I like the emoji. I like the emoji. It's so cute.
I can't with you. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see y'all live back again on January 9th. Until then, be safe, be blessed, happy holidays, all that. We love you for supporting us. Thank you so much for your continued support. We out of here.
Oh, good night.